Hello guys, welcome back to Jake Elliott channel, and today we are here to learn on how to make a basic program run on Spring client. So here we have the IDE STS Spring Tools suite. So in this I have installed this STS in my MacBook, and I opened it, and I'm here to show you a basic program on how to run and compile the program, the basics, so that we'll get to know that Spring is loaded, and even we can confirm that the Java is running up and running in our local machine. So here I'm creating a new project. So it could be just Java project. So when you create a new project, you can name it as and just click on finish. It's quite simple. When you click on finish, here you will get a project structure. So here you will have a system libraries right here, but to use the benefits of Spring, we might need to download the Spring Java files. To do that, get into Google and type Spring, link in the down in the description, and go for the latest version right here. It's 5.0.8, and click on the first one, dist. It includes all, so I've just downloaded here for you. In here in the downloads, I have this. It comes as a zip file, but when you unzip it, it will be in this kind of folder structure. So in this we have libraries. These are all the Java files we require for current project. So what do we do here? We get back into the project, click on the project you just created, and click on the build path. Go for build path and click on configure build path. When you click that, it will open libraries. If not, just click on libraries tab and click on add external jars. This will give you the window to browse. So I've just downloaded and unzipped the file, and here I have the libraries, and click on the first and select all of them. Here I've pressed shift and select the last one, so I can get all of them selected. Click on open, and you can see all of them over here, and click on apply, so that they'll get applied to a project with a new folder called reference libraries. These are all the reference libraries. So create a new class file, and you can put the package name as, and finish. So here is the first class, and I'm also creating a new class to use this Hello World. So it should be in the same package so that it's accessible, and I'm gonna name it as main app. Fair enough. And I'm gonna create the public static void main. You can check it in here, so that it will automatically get the code for you. You don't need to write again. A string, and I'm gonna name it as message. Okay, and I've created a message. So here I'm gonna create a pojo means plain old Java objects. You can write them, but I go with a shortcut. So when you go into the source and click on generate setters and getters, will allow me to write code automatically instead of typing every single line. So here the setters and getters for the string message. So I'm gonna make a little bit modification, because I don't want to return this. So I'm gonna change this as void. As you know, void doesn't need any return type, and when I type this out, it will put a printout statement for me variable. Okay, so we have a setter getters ready. I'm gonna save them, and when I get into the main app, here is a place where I'm gonna use my downloaded or existing libraries Spring. So whenever we talk about Spring, we have a context to use in Spring. There are two types of context: application context, and also we have bean factory context. So I'm gonna here use application context. So you don't need to type completely. Application context equal to new class. So I'm using this class path XML application context to load a bean. So what I'm doing is I'm writing a bean which to tell that I have the following Pojo classes. As I said before, this is my Pojo. So I'm going to mention all of them in a bean.xml which I'll be creating soon. So let me just name it as bean.xml, and then I'm gonna call the set class here, hello world object, or just any name, reference name. I'm gonna typecast and use the context dot get bean, and here I'm gonna mention the name of the bean ID. So this is gonna be bean ID, and I'm gonna call it as dot get message, and that's it. We are done with the main class. And now I'm gonna create a new XML file, and I'm gonna name it as a bean.xml, and here I'm gonna define the beans. Okay, these are the beans. In the beans tag there will be bean, right? So each bean will have some properties. Bean will have a ID, as I mentioned here. This is the same ID I'm mentioning here. So this ID will contain a bean, so I'm gonna mention a class for it. Class name will be the path, so that will tell the Spring to know that the Pojo is right in this location. So it's gonna be youtube.demo.hello world. Make sure you have the same naming conventions so that you don't miss that. And bean class, and bean will have a property. So this bean will contain some properties like this bean will contain a name, property as name. I'm defining the properties. Let's suppose it can be a message, right? So here I mention it as a message. Sorry, right here, this message, I'm gonna, instead of hard coding there, I'm gonna provide it here. So I'm gonna put a value for it, like and to do this we also need the name tags, right? So go for Google and type just use this as a namespace. If you already have a bean here, you don't need to define it here. So I'm just removing that, and bean is here, bean is closed, property closed, and save it. Oh, it's not a capital B, small b. Now our bean is ready. So we have the main class hello world. So let's try running this simple program over here. Just right click and select run as Java application. Boom. What's up, YouTubers? So here we understand that this is being automatically generated, the import statements. This is what we're trying to use the uh, jar files in here. So org dot, this is the org, spring dot spring framework dot context dot context. So these all will be in this jar file. If you need a JDBC connection, we have this JDBC jar file. So it almost provides every support and compatibility for the development. That is the reason why Spring is very famous. So make sure you gonna maintain the same bean.xml name right as in here, and also the bean ID. So if I mention it as my name Joe, and I should make sure that it is also ID is same as in here. So I have mentioned is Joe and run as a Java application. What's up, YouTubers, is my message. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you again soon with some really nice concept. Thanks for watching.